Y100, it is Thursday afternoon, and that means Mike Stevens is here from the Angelina County Humane Society, the Winnie Berry Animal Shelter, and you've got Freckles with you today.
That's right.
Freckles is a blue dachshund.
It's
a blue heeler.
It's a new breed, I think. It's a blue heeler dachshund mix. And,
it's like the best of both worlds.
She's about a year and a half old.
Okay, so she seems to be very well behaved.
She is.
We've seen she walked from the front door of the radio station to the very back with no accidents, and that's always a big thing.
Right.
I mean, is she housebroken?
Well, we don't know that. She was surrendered by her parents, her owners.
Okay.
And I think she's been an inside-outside dog.
Okay.
In the past, it's my
You know, it seems like every dog that you bring by here, we're not quite sure if they're housebroken or not.
Yeah, and that's always the case because
like
they go into a new environment.
Yeah.
And you don't know how they're going to behave from.
I just wondered if maybe when they surrender them, they could just give you guys that small little piece of information.
Well, sometimes they tell us that, and they end up not being.
Oh, yeah.
Or not being so well, or they tell us they're not, and they turn out to be.
Yeah, it's kind of like my dog. Some days, I mean, he's housebroken, and other days, I don't know what's going on.
Wake up in a new world every day.
Yeah, and that's fun. It keeps you on your toes. But it's been a little bit since you've been in here. The holidays, that's what they do. You've had a lot of stuff going on. We all have. The big thing is you can adopt these animals very easily.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what's the
easy.
procedure? You know, we've talked about it, but since you haven't been on in a while, what do you have to do if they want to go up there and adopt one of these dogs?
Well, we have an application process.
Okay.
And I think Freckles is just going to roll over on her back.
Yeah, I think so. And Jace just put that camera directly in her face, and he didn't get attacked.
She's good with it.
It's another good sign.
I think she's good with everything but chickens, so we'll pass that along.
So if you have chickens,
I wouldn't keep her in with the chickens for sure. Get around those. But other than that, she's great with dogs and kids and everybody else she likes. But yeah, the adoption process is just an application you fill out, come in. Most of the adoption fees are going to be $80 depending on the animal. We do have some pure breeds from time to time that are a little bit more. And that discourages resellers from coming in and getting those.
Absolutely. And the $80 goes to cover a lot of stuff, a lot more than $80 worth of stuff for the animal. Right.
If you had to take your own pet in to a veterinarian and have the things done that we do, such as microchipping, rabies shots, or vaccinations, and spaying or neutering, you're going to spend well upwards of $150.
Yeah, so it's a good deal. I mean, you're
saving
money
in the process.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you go to the shelter, you can walk by, you can look at all these animals. They'll come up to you. You can let them out, and you can play with them out there.
Right. It's the classic old movie of walking into the adoption home and all the little kids lining up. They do the same thing. They're pick me. So
yeah, and you guys are a no-kill shelter. So with those donations, that goes to cover a lot of food, a lot of expenses that maybe other shelters don't necessarily have that you guys do.
That's correct. Become a member also. Membership helps us out in a lot of ways because $80 adoption fee really a lot of times, depending on how long we have the animal, will not always cover the cost. So that will help us because since, like you said, we are a no-kill shelter, we may have an animal sometimes for 4 or 6 months before they're adopted out.
And you can, if you can't adopt an animal, you can kind of make a donation. Even your company can make a donation and get involved. And you can go out and visit the animals. You can go play with them. They get bored sitting in those cages, so you can go out there and run around with them.
We do have people that come by and volunteer, and they'll take them out and walk them, help out a little bit in other things around the shelter. So. But yeah, just the human touch like this, they don't get that every day because we are a small staff.
Right.
And since we're a nonprofit, we can't afford to pay for people to come out and play with animals.
Yeah, you guys, the staff is way outnumbered by animals. And you have dogs and cats, right?
We do. We have dogs and cats.
Absolutely. So you can go by and check those out. You can make a donation if you want. Freckles, she looks like she is ready for a new home.
Oh, she definitely is.
She's doing good, though. Sitting on the counter, having a good time. We'll post the video so you can go and watch Freckles and see how she behaves.
Yeah. Somebody can take her home, put her on the kitchen counter, and try her out.
Absolutely.
She works well here, so.
Just no chickens.
No chickens.
No chickens at all. Do not If you have
Not
chickens,
eat more chicken.
Freckles is not an option. You know that. You know that she doesn't like chickens, but we don't know if she's housebroken. So
That's the only thing.
that's you. You'll figure that out, though. You can work around.
Oh, yeah.
that. Mike, as always, thank you for coming by. We're going to come by the shelter and we're gonna strap some of those dogs up with some GoPros and let them run around
That'll
so
be
everybody can
awesome.
see what you guys
That'll be
have
awesome.
going on out there. But we'll talk to you next Thursday, man.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
It's Mike Stevens on Y100 talking about the Angelina County Humane Society. Every Thursday we're going to try to do it, so tune in.